Hi everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you on this Sunday afternoon. And I hope that you are really excited and looking forward to this live session with me, Suman Agarwal, and four other very interesting people who are joining me with this live. And I hope you're aware that today's topic is why image consulting is the perfect choice for aviation professionals. So, like we've already said many times, that image consulting is a multifaceted industry. And all those people who become a part and parcel of image consulting industry, from whichever background, they feel that this is what was their main calling. And this is the same reason why I have invited today people from the aviation background. I come from aviation background myself, and I have witnessed that there is so much correlation between what we used to do and what we are doing currently. And today, with me, those four interesting people who are joining, my special guest, they will share that how exactly after transiting from the aviation industry, when they've moved into the image consulting and soft skills industry, what kind of connection they have established, and how their previous background has been a complementing benefit to kickstart as a image consultant. So joining with me, we have first of all, we have Mehernosh. Let me see. Yes, Mehernosh is here. Then we have Jyothi Shukla. Mehernosh was with Jet Airways. Jyothi Shukla was also with Jet Airways as in-flight crew. And then Mehernosh became a trainer. Jyothi also was a cabin crew supervisor. Uh, then let me see if we can just accept everybody's request turn by turn. Hello, hello.
Hello, good afternoon,
How
ma'am.
are you, Mehernosh?
Fantastic.
Hi,
How are
Jyoti.
you?
Hello, hello.
Okay, let me add the other two also.
Yes.
Aditi, if you could
Hi,
just
Jyothi.
send me a request,
Hi, Mehernosh.
I'll be able to accept it. Okay, we have Aditi also joining in. Hello, Aditi. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. So we have just waiting for one more person.
Hello, Aditi. Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you all?
Hi, Aditi.
Very well.
Good, good.
Just
How are
waiting for
you?
Millicent. I think she had a little bit of a challenge because she was, logging in from Dubai.
Oh,
Can't see her though. But we'll just wait for like 2, 3 more minutes, and then let's get started.
Sure.
Sure.
So how's
sure.
life treating you guys?
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Busy, not busy, working
Very
hard.
busy. Working on a Sunday.
I know
Very busy.
you have a session after this. You told me.
I have a session after this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But busy is always better than boredom, is what I always say.
Absolutely. Any day, any day, any day. So Mehernosh, you are in Vadodara.
Yes, ma'am. In Vadodara and Gujarat.
Yeah. Millicent. 1 minute. Let me just check. Okay.
I think her Insta handle is life in a suitcase.
I've just accepted her request. Let me just check. she had told, I think yesterday, somebody that there could be a challenge in joining because there is some security issue.
Okay.
So doing live from there is sometimes a bit of a challenge because I had the same issue with Binaisha as well.
Binaisha.
So I'm trying to accept, but she is not able to come on the screen.
Maybe she can move around in some other area because it happens over there at a particular place. You don't get a proper network, then you are not able to connect.
Yeah,
it happens.
She's unable to join. That is what they said.
Yeah.
She's unable to join.
Oh.
No, not happening. Millicent, any other way to join in the sense that is this a network issue? You can just send me a message that is this a network issue or a security issue? Sorry, we wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll have to start the live.
Sure.
One more try. Not happening. I'm really sorry, but we will have to start the live because we already have 3 people waiting here. Millicent, we'll have to do this live again with you. I'm really sorry about this. Kavita, if you could just convey this to Millicent because we are time bound, so we'll have to start the live immediately.
Ma'am, she's written a message, seems like a security issue.
Yeah. Sorry, Millicent, then we'll have to carry on and then we'll have to figure this out at a little later stage.
She can try with some other phone. When I was in Dubai, I was unable to connect the live, but then I tried it with another phone. I was able to connect, so she can just give it a try.
We have just 1 hour. We have to finish because then the live will get closed.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started. All right, so welcome once again to this live session, and I'm really, really excited, and I'm really thankful to all of you to spare time and come to this live interaction. And this primarily, as you all know, that it is focused on the aviation industry, and you all belong to the aviation sector. You've been, associated with the airline industry and the most glamorous industry at that point of time. But yeah, I mean, that industry definitely has its own perks and attraction. Nonetheless, now we are talking about the image consulting, and I would like to ask you that why did you get in, what made you decide to get into the image consulting and soft skill space? Mehernosh.
Thank you, ma'am. So when I was with aviation, and it's a proud feeling to share the same space with you in the previous industry and then now over here as well. With Jet Airways, I was flying as a crew member for 5 years. I was flying for both domestic and international routes. Post that, I got a chance to be a corporate trainer with them, where I got an opportunity to train the crew members, and I did that for 3 years. After doing that, I thought I wanted to venture out on my own by doing something different and wanted to explore more into the opportunities of training. I wasn't aware at that point of time anything about image consulting. This is not very long enough, but in the year 2017. And that's when I started exploring for opportunities, and ICVI came for soft skills training, which I was approaching for. And that's where I learned about image consulting. And I realized that it resonated a lot with the kind of things which I had done as a crew member and the qualities that I had acquired. So although image consulting was very new for me at that point of time, I was still learning about and saying that why would people actually. So I had asked these questions: will people actually pay for making them learn how to conduct themselves or dress? I mean, is that really a profession which is existing? And it was new for me, but yes, the profession was already existing at that point of time for good 7 years. And that's when I realized that, okay, I think this could be great and this has a great future, because this was at its nascent stage at that point of time. And looking at the future prospects of this industry, I took the decision to do both image consulting and soft skills training. And there has never been a single moment from there onwards where I've ever regretted taking the decision to do both. Training industry was always something that was very dear to me, and I loved training. That's the reason I came to ICBI. But then eventually I ended up taking both, and I enjoyed doing both. Like, there are times people ask, what do you enjoy more? I don't have an answer to that, because I'm still in love with both the industries, because they both have so much to offer and they both go with each other. So there's a lot that is common, even with image consulting. Even when I do image consulting, there are times the clients also want to take up a lot of things, sessions where there are soft skills are involved. And today there are a lot of in corporate industries, apart from soft skills, who are wanting to take up sessions on image management and appearance management for their staff. So it's working well, and I'm really enjoying this. Thank you.
Excellent. Aditi, same question.
Okay. For me, there is a saying that when you really work hard to get something, you find joy in helping others achieve that. So for me, it has always been since my teenage years. I always wanted to work on myself and have a polished personality. Then working with aviation and developing those skills has made me convert that thought, that from helping working on myself, now the thought has been converted to helping others achieve the same. So now that passion and that want has combined together, and I then I took up this course when my son was almost 6 months, and I thought this is the best time to switch the career, because it was very difficult for me to manage the 7 to 7 job. Actually, I used to leave home at 7 and come back home at 7, because of the heavy traffic in between, Delhi to Gurgaon. At that time, I was working as a trainer. So it was very difficult to manage both the things together. And I was missing on something, giving that valuable time to my son. So that's when I decided to switch the career. And then I took up the course, and I always wanted to do image consulting and soft skills both. It was very clear in my mind, because I wanted to take those the things that we have been learning for like for almost a decade. We were learning, so I wanted to now put them into practice and apply it to the vast audience. So that's how it came up to me.
Excellent. Jyothi.
Thank you.
So, hi everyone. So, my journey also started from the Jet Airways, like Mehernosh and Suman. So, I was working as a crew over there, and then the senior crew, and I got the opportunity to work as an in-flight head with crew Jet. It was like a cabin compartment was under me. So I started training to the crew about grooming, soft skills, and I became a CRM instructor as well, certified by DGCA. So the CRM course, which was quite related to the soft skill trainings, where I used to train on leaderships, quality, as well as conflict management, all these topics. So it was a pandemic time. It was 2020, when we all were in the house and it was a lockdown. Then I've seen this ICBI. Uh, Lots of ads were going where it was mentioned that become your own boss. If you love to do grooming and soft skill, then you can make it professional. You can make it as a profession. You can start your own business. So I was like, is that so? We can also do that where I'm passionate. I'm already training people. Why not I should start to the people who are out of aviation, not from only like corporate schools, colleges also require the soft skill training and grooming, because everywhere the industry, it is very, very important thing. So, well, I thought, let me talk to these people and how I can get this, international certificate. So, well, I approached the Hyderabad center. And I got a lot of nice insights, like I can do this. It's like which I'm wrong and I can make it as a business. So, it's like very exciting for me. So, this is how I have taken CBI course and became international.
Fantastic.
Uh,
Fantastic.
yeah.
So how do you think image consulting resonates with aviation professionals? So let's start with Aditi.
Uh, so I feel that aviation industry and image consulting resonate with each other in many ways. First thing is the the way that the professionalism that they show in aviation industry is the grooming, and the professionalism that they show in the grooming industry is it's totally high standard. They have their grooming standard that needs to be maintained. You can't, you can't go here and there. And then the then comes the how your body language and poise, how poised you are when it comes to interacting with the passengers. And in image consulting as well, we cover all these topics, because it is what we cover: the appearance, we cover body language, we cover communication. This is what we cover with our clients when it comes to helping them achieve their professional, social, and personal goals. So this is what I feel, that the professionalism and how the poise, how they maintain the poise and grooming at all points of time, and how we as image consultants help our clients achieve their
See,
goals by helping
there is
them.
a correlation, but there is much more that you've done here.
Yes.
Yes.
So if given a choice, if you have to go back, would there be a lot of meat that you think you have now and you can, contribute to the aviation industry?
Well,
Yes, definitely, because there's a lot of things that we have learned. It's aviation. In aviation, we did learn, a part of grooming and part of being professional. However, here it's way more than what we learned in aviation. And that is the reason why aviation industry approaches image consultants to come and train their crew, because the training that is provided in aviation is not, sufficient.
True, very true. What about you, Mehernosh? What do you have to say about this?
So, ma'am, when I joined this industry, I realized that people from various profiles were there in my batch. I had a doctor, I had a dentist in my batch. I had somebody from engineering, I had somebody from finance, I had somebody from joining from a field of retail. So I understand that this field is absolutely versatile, and people from all walks of life definitely are welcome here, and they definitely go ahead and make a mark for themselves. But how I realized that what differentiated with the kind of background that I came from was there were two things. In every job, one, there is experience that we get. So there is certain amount of work experience, which is the number of years that you put in and what you've learned from there. And you come and you add that to your current profile when you start off working as an image consultant. The second part that consists of our profile, which helps, is where I feel aviation professionals make a differentiating factor, is the exposure. So the exposure that an aviation professional comes with in this industry, the exposure to deal with people on a daily basis, different kind of people, the exposure to go around the world. Travel teaches us a lot. I mean, that's what they always say. Probably what sometimes a book may not be able to teach you, one trip will teach you, right? And that's what happened with all of us. When we traveled to 10 to 15 different countries of the world, we learned about how people think, we learned about different thought processes, we learned about different cultures. And that expanded our horizons, where we realized that this is the exposure which probably is needed. And today, as consultants, in our consultations, when we add value to our clients, it's through that exposure that we have already received through the amount of travel, the amount of experiences that we've had on board in dealing with people, various customer interactions. So all of those things, I think the exposure is the biggest differentiating factor which comes in if you are an aviation professional, and that helps you in speeding up your journey when you start establishing yourself as a consultant or a trainer. Every career, when you start off, has an initial period, when your ball starts rolling, when you start establishing, when you start getting work. But if you're an aviation professional, I think that process really expedites, and it definitely helps you in establishing yourself faster.
Excellent. What's your view, Jyothi?
Well, I would like to say that it's like in aviation industry where we just get to know part of it in aviation, like about grooming and yeah, about that traveling and the exposure, everything gives a lot of information. But the image consulting and soft skill have very in-depth knowledge, which really makes us to start our own business. So there's no doubt, because we get lot information what we don't get it in aviation. So this will give you a lot of exposure, give you a lot of knowledge and content, so that there will not be any doubt where you cannot answer it related to grooming and related to image consulting and soft skills. Well, definitely it, but yeah, get very in-depth knowledge from ICBI into the training what they provide.
Wow, that's amazing. What are the specific skills and qualities from aviation career that you find valuable in your current role as an image consultant? Starting with Mehernosh.
Ma'am, so there are a few things which I found they were very, very valuable. First and foremost, I would say, is self-discipline. I think that job in being in an aviation industry got me into, and previous to that was also hospitality. So I started my career with hospitality. So all those jobs were definitely playing a key role in leading a disciplined life. And that eventually helped me when I started working as an entrepreneur in the field of image management as well. So because one, it was being an entrepreneur for the first time, which is also the case for most of us when we join this field. And second, the field where we want to establish ourselves. So the quality of self-discipline played a major role in having a routine, in making sure that you're working in an organized fashion, making sure that you are punctual. Punctuality, a big thing which I would say today, where whether it's appearing for meetings, whether it's appearing for training sessions, all of these things, they really helped and went a long way. And the third thing which I would say is people skills. So people skills was something which helped a lot. And that is something which we take with us a long way in trainings and in consultation as well, in building good relationships. So those are a few things that I feel really helped a lot.
Very good. Excellent. I'm very happy to know. And I'm very happy that I've taken a decision to move from the aviation industry to this image consulting industry. And I so resonate with this entire transition, because I always felt that, I'm not missing anything when I joined and when I became a part of the image consulting industry.
Absolutely.
Because there
True.
is always that feeling that, what will I do when I leave the airline industry? Because airline gives you that nasha.
Big time.
There is something about the airline industry which you don't want to leave. And once you are a part of image consulting, you feel that you are just it's an extension of what you were doing in the past.
Yeah.
I still
That's
miss the
true.
free tickets. I still miss the
You're
free
not
tickets.
actually, if you shift to some other career, you'll have to actually start from the scratch to learn,
Yes.
unlearn the previous things and then learn the new things. However, with aviation, it's just like you rightly said, it's an extension. So you
Extension,
are
right.
adding your current knowledge to what you have learned in aviation, and then going forward,
Very
going
good,
ahead
very
with
good.
that.
Today, if an airline industry tells me that you come and teach, certain skills to the airline professionals, I think we will be the best people to give training to
Absolutely.
people in that sector.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
And
No
it's
doubt.
happening now.
What's your view?
It's already
Yes.
happening.
बहुत
Absolutely.
लोग. Yeah, I told you that many people from our industry, like Ashima, Tina Walia, there are so many people who are already, trainers
Training.
with different airlines.
Mhm.
And that's such a proud moment for us.
True.
Yes, Jyothi.
And not even domestic, even I have seen in international Emirates and all, now they have changed the grooming standard. They have come up with image consultant. Even the grooming trainer, we used to have grooming trainer, okay? We all know that. But nowadays, they have changed the term grooming trainer in place of grooming trainer, image consultant,
I
image
was
consultant.
grooming head in Jet Airways.
Yes.
I wish there was a term called image consulting at that point of time. I would have been re-termed as image consultant even then.
Exactly. So nowadays people are aware about what is it. Earlier, when I joined image consult, I had there were hardly few people who know this. Even I got to know, in 2020 about what is it all about. So nowadays people are, and they are really using this. They know what exactly. So this is really good.
Very good. So, in what ways do you think aviation industry's emphasis on professionalism and presentation align with the goals of image consulting?
Uh,
No, Jyothi, go ahead.
All right, Jyothi, let's start with you.
All right. So what I would like to say is like aviation, we are always on time. So there is no other option to not be on time. Time is always is like we all have to respect and to be on time. So that really us to more career in future as well. So time management is one of the things which I really resonate with all the fields wherever we go. At the same time, this aviation has the culture of being travel and grooming service and all. So all these things comes under even in where we learn about the image consulting. Of course, the soft skill training where we know all about the time management, how to go in and make other people how it is like a best thing in your life to be a successful person. So that's the really best part of it.
Mehernosh.
So, ma'am, a couple of things here as well in terms of professionalism and presentation skills. So, like how we say in image management, A, B, and C. So, I would first take the A, which is appearance. We are already ready and in that frame on how to present ourselves when it comes to our dressing, our grooming. When we sit in, it's like we already know and realize the importance of it. When we go through the course, it makes us understand why, and it helps us in learning the concept in a structured manner. So it was about how we dress ourselves, we groom ourselves. Then it was about how our behavior, how we conduct ourselves, and largely I would say our demeanor, which makes a lot of difference. I mean, there are times you can make out that this person already comes with certain kind of a demeanor, and it starts not just when we start practicing as a consultant. It starts, what I feel, it starts from the way we present ourselves even in the training sessions at ICBI. I mean, there's one factor which you'll see that, okay, this person already comes with certain background. I think this person could be like from aviation, or could be from hospitality or retail, where they already have that thing that it's important to dress well, it's important to conduct yourself well, and
Stereotypical image of an image consultant or an aviation
professional. Very true. Very stereotypical. So and so I vividly remember this incident because I can never forget this. It was my first class with ICBI, my first class, and I was dressed in a shirt, pant, and a tie. And there were two consultants who were already sitting there. It was my first soft skills training session, and at that point of time, we used to have offline sessions. And I entered the classroom and I was dressed just similarly in a shirt, pant, and tie, hair done, everything, like just the way I would go for any other training session when it was at a corporate event. And there were two members, I remember. They were already sitting there. They were participants, and they stood up and they wished me and they said, "Oh, good morning, sir." So I was like, "Wow, this is nice. Everybody addresses here as sir and ma'am." And I was very happy. And they said, "Good morning." So then I kept my bag somewhere and I looked for a space, a chair to sit, and I sat down. And when I sat down on one of the chairs as a participant, I could hear, like two of them, they were like, like talking with each other. And then suddenly one of them asked that, "You're not the trainer." I said, "No, I'm not the trainer. It's my first class at ICPI." And so they went like, "Oh." And I said, "Okay, so you thought that's why, in like all this to get up and wish." And she said, "Yeah, we thought you're the trainer." So it helps, when this is what it says. It speaks a lot where we come from, the space that we come from, on how we conduct ourselves, how we wish each other, how we talk to each other. And the last part I would say is empathy. I think as aviation professionals, we bring that with us because we experience that in our life, on our jobs, in day-to-day career. And that plays a very critical role when we are conducting consultations with our clients. And I feel today that is really, really important with everybody in general as a quality to practice. So I think empathy helps a lot.
Absolutely.
And these are a few things.
I completely resonate with this. Aditi, what's your view?
I totally agree with Mehernosh. What he just said everything, and I totally strongly believe that empathy and active listening is a very important thing that we do with our clients, because in aviation we used to address all the concerns that passengers had, and actively listening it and addressing with the solution was very important. And over here also, when we are coming to a conclusion that how we can assist our clients over here, in what terms, how we can proceed with the the course that we need to go through to achieve their goals, it is really important to empathize with them. Sometimes they don't know what they need as a client. They don't know what exactly they need. It is sometimes they feel that it is just the appearance that needs to be worked upon, but down the line there's something else that needs to be addressed. So empathizing and actively listening helps us to understand where exactly we need to work upon.
Seriously.
So this is what
just in fact, just to add to this, what's been my biggest learning from the aviation industry, which really helped me to become what I've become today, is discipline.
yes.
Discipline is one thing that I actually learned in the aviation industry, because I know that how indisciplined I was when it comes to my routine, my schedules. I left one job because I could not wake up early in the morning. I've told everyone this, that time is the most important thing in everybody's life, and being on time, you can't afford to be not on time when you're a part of the aviation.
True, very true.
And that discipline, that if this thing has to be done in this way, the SOPs have to be followed. So if you are not disciplined, you cannot become an entrepreneur. If you want to be your own boss, if there is no discipline, no matter how lucrative industry you become a part of, you will not be able to sustain, because if there is no discipline, you cannot be successful in the long run. Consistency and discipline, these are the two important things that you need to keep in mind. Absolutely. And this is what I have learned. My value systems have only changed completely after becoming a part of Jet Airways, because what I used to follow before and what I started inculcating after becoming a part of the aviation industry was completely different. My whole perspective, my whole personality, my whole point of view about professionalism changed when I joined Jet. And then this transition was so smooth. This was never a culture shock for me, that how does one become an image consultant and a soft skills trainer, because this was like a very smooth, flawless transition. So I would say it's a win-win for all those people who are actually considering to become a part of the aviation industry, especially who comes from the sorry, image consulting industry, especially who comes from the aviation background, this is
Background.
the most ideal profession that one can look forward to, because for them it's also about that, how will I work 9 to 5, because I've never
Absolutely. This
done
is,
that kind of job.
yes.
And how will I earn that comfortable salary, that fat paycheck? अब तो 9 to 5 अगर काम करना पड़ा तो मुझसे तो होगा नहीं, because I've never done something like this ever in the past.
Yeah.
So many ifs and buts, for all those people who are, a part of the airline industry. So many question marks, so many dilemmas, and I can completely relate to it because I've been there, seen it all. So my last question to all of you is, what advice would you give to other aviation professionals considering a transition in the image and soft skills industry? Let's start with you, Aditi.
From me, the advice would be to do self assessment, that what values they hold that can bring them, that they bring from aviation industry and apply it in the image consulting, and make their niche in the market. Like for example, I just love training on dining etiquette, because I have the knowledge. Aviation teaches you all the to an extent about the food and beverages and what are the courses and how it is supposed to go, all those things. After image consulting, again, add-on knowledge was there with regards to dining etiquette. So I feel very, I just enjoy delivering the dining etiquette sessions. So it is the advice to them to do self-assessment, that what exactly is the value that they hold, that they want to bring in from aviation and take it forward, and then train, make a niche in the market.
Jyothi, what's your point of view?
Well, I would like to say, you all know that as women, we play roles like a wife, mother. So when it comes to being your own something your own, or not, like if you guys are in the aviation and now you want to move out because of your habit, so make it up, flexible working hours, or you want to just enjoy being with your family as well as working sometime or anywhere from the world. Also, you
Jyothi,
can
your
work.
voice is breaking, I think. Are you all able to hear her clearly?
It is
It was
cracking in
breaking
between.
in between. No.
Yeah. Now is it fine? Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
You can carry on, continue, because I
yeah.
don't know whether we will be able to do anything in this right now.
Okay. Next, but I believe now it is fine. Yeah. So as it gives us the very comfortable, timing to work for others, as well as start your own business. So I would like to say, all the aviators who have experience and thinking what they have to do next in their aviation, they can consider this as a profession, because here you can resonate a lot of things. Here it will not be complete 360-degree change. Here you can, it will be very smooth and very flawless way of a transition from one career to another, where your struggle will be less. So I would really suggest, if they assess themselves what they exactly want to do, and if they really enjoy grooming and soft skills training, and also, then this is the right choice for them. Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so grooming, appearance management, appearance, behavior, communication. There are so many other aspects also
So many
about
aspects.
yes. Yeah. Yes, Mehernosh, your final word.
Great. In terms of, there is no doubt that we all learned from each other's experiences, and apart from Jyothi, Aditi, and everybody sharing their experiences, that this career definitely is not something which is very different. And like you said, it's a extension and a value addition to what your current profile as an aviator would be. Number one, what I would say is plan your transition. If you are currently in a job as an aviation professional, this course is a hybrid course. It allows you to, the best part about this course is that it allows you to pursue it even while you're on the job. So which means that you don't have to take any abrupt decision of quitting your job immediately as you're pursuing your course. So pursue this course and plan your transition in a way that once you are about to finish the course and you're certified, that's when you can start exploring more options into the field of image consulting. So that is what I would say is number one. The other thing that I also see is that in aviation, we are bound with a roster that we receive from our airline. And that's something that we have to follow. And that's where we fall into the discipline part. But here, like we said, that we get to be our own boss, we get to be our own master. There are work hours which we can choose by ourselves, and the dates that we can choose, the kind of work that we can choose, because I'm sure there comes a point of time in your life where you somewhere want to do things in your own way, and you want to pursue things and ambitions which probably have been somewhere your dream. And now with this experience as an aviation professional, these can definitely be fulfilled by on a platform like ICBI, which with certification, with structured learning. Third, that this industry is definitely not a cultural shock to you. It's not like moving into a completely different industry where you will not know anything. Trust me, when we were sitting, I'm sure all of us over here, when we were sitting in the sessions, we completely resonated where our trainer was coming from. And we were not somebody who needed any kind of convincing of why this is important. We just learned about us in a structured way of how it is to be done. And we were already convinced with the why. So that is where it adds a lot of value, because when you are convinced with the why, it comes out in the way you conduct yourself. So and that just spills over to people with whom you connect, and that helps in conversion of your clients. So again, it becomes an easy transition for you. So it's not a cultural shock. And lastly, I would say is, yes, this industry definitely allows you to be your master. But remember, as an entrepreneur, you're not just your master, you're also your own slave. People always enjoy the part that you're your own master, you get to be your own boss. But yes, there is a lot of hard work. There is a lot of work that you will need to do initially to set the ball rolling. But at the end of the day, it will all be worth it, because you'll be working for yourself and not anybody else. So that will just take away everything. So that is my advice, and I wish each and every one of you all the best. If there is anybody who's watching this live, if there are any questions, you're free to please connect with all of us, and we'll be more than happy at any given point of time to share any other questions that you would have in future as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we have 10 minutes. So quickly, you're more than welcome to ask, and all our aviation experts will be here to give you the answer. With Qatar Airways, that's great. Okay. Missing those true Jet airline experience. Okay. Great, Dhaval, if you've been a part of the aviation industry. I have a question. Can I ask? Yes, MD Noor Khan, you can ask. Please feel free. Well, I tried adding you, but you were not getting added. I'm constantly in between also trying to add you, but it's not happening. I'm really feeling bad about it, but just not happening. All right, so questions. How to build your personal brand. Mehernosh, you would like to answer this?
Sure. The question is by Kanika. Hi, Kanika.
Yes,
Good
Kanika.
afternoon. So, in terms of a personal brand, yes, there are a few things which are going to be important. Starting with the first one, you need to walk the talk. You're in an industry
so
where...
this is especially in and around aviation.
In and around aviation. So building a personal brand as a consultant, or considering
this
as
question
you
is
come
really
from...
confusing, Kanika. If you could just mention this question separately and clearly. it would be simpler, because she has written two parts: how to
Right.
build your personal brand, especially in and around aviation.
So probably maybe she's asking that how to make a mark in aviation once you are an
Aviation
image
industry
consultant.
could
Yeah.
be, yeah. Soft skill trainer who's from
Aviation
aviation
background.
background. All right, great. So over here, what will be important is, Kanika, that you highlight this part that as a soft skill trainer, you have the past experience of being an aviation trainer, or being in the aviation industry. Because yes, I do agree with you. It definitely adds a lot of value when it comes to your interaction with clients. Today, a lot of clients do prefer this, and it adds when you present yourself and you tell them that in your past profile, you were from the aviation field. So what is important over here in your personal brand is, when you either, where it's your profile or any of your social media handles, the way you're, or where you're presenting yourself, this should come across in your conversations that yes, you have a past experience in aviation, because that will definitely help in building that brand for yourself. Yes, there are a lot of other industries also who look for aviation soft skills trainers who come with an aviation background. Number one is aviation institutes. Aviation institutes also look for consultants or trainers who come from those backgrounds. There are hospitality restaurant chains which are who are also looking for trainers with those backgrounds. There's a lot of retail market today. India is booming into the retail sector, so there's a lot of retail sector who's also looking for trainers who come with aviation background. So when you're branding yourself out in the market, it will be important where you put this point across in your profile and highlight that part, which will definitely help, I feel, in the branding that you will create for yourself.
Absolutely.
Also, I feel that when you are creating a brand, it is very important to do some pro bonos for the client who you're working, who you want to work with, or maybe collaborate with them and earn some trainings that you have done. And once you are able to do it, you'll be able to show, and you'll be able to then gain more business out of it. So it's very it is based on patience and persistence. So if we are not patient, and if we don't want to, like if we do it once and then don't want to, and then we keep, sometimes we also keep jumping on one or the other thing, that is also very, I have seen that. And this is the biggest thing that we need to avoid making a mistake over here, that we keep jumping from here and there. We think that, okay, this is not making sense to me, let me just jump to something else, maybe that will make sense. So it has to be, you need to be very persistent, and you need to have patience, because anything that you do, it will take time to show the result. It will not be
Absolutely.
overnight, and it will not come instantly.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. So any further questions for anybody? Otherwise, we can close this live. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Otherwise, we can end the session. Okay, we have another question. How do you tend to choose a mentor during the course? Okay, who wants to answer this? Aditi, you want to start? Or
so how do you choose a mentor? Like if you're doing a course, which course? Image consulting, and you're hiring an image consultant?
So, because not specified here.
Okay.
Must be image consulting.
So I feel that first of all, you need to shortlist a few image consultants based on their niche and where do you want to work on yourself. Maybe you can try and understand or sit for a while and understand where exactly you need to work on yourself. You need to work on appearance. You need to work on your body language or communication, or is it everything that you need to work on? And then start shortlisting a few image consultants. You can even approach ICBI for that matter, because even they can guide you to the image consultant, the right image consultant. Or if you need to do the entire course, maybe they can you can go through the entire course and get yourself trained.
Great. Mehernosh.
See, it's a very good thing that you've thought about choosing a mentor, because during the course there will be times where you would feel you may need certain guidance, a few things. One of the people who can possibly become your mentor is the person who is connecting with you from the institute as the center head. A lot of center heads help a lot of consultants in guiding them during the course. And this is one of the reasons which I would say ICBI differentiates themselves probably from other institutes, because the center heads not only act as people who are there to just take in your admission and at that point of time and have talk to you or share details with you. They are people who at any given point of time during the course as well, if you're stuck and you need some guidance and you're wanting something to learn, they are there to help you and support you. The other people who can reach out to you are the trainers and or the senior management at ICBI. We are very, very fortunate that the environment over here is very supportive, to the extent that if you write an email at any given point of time when you need any help or support, whether it is about a topic, whether it is about a client or how to handle, even the senior management to the extent of Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal are out there to guide you, help you, and support you. So there are various places where you can reach out for those. But yes, having that constant one person would be really nice, and it should be somebody who understands where you are coming from. So over here, what I would say is, if the mentor is of a similar professional background, which is also probably here, as we're discussing aviation, and like for me, it would be an aviation or hospitality, it would really help, because they'll be able to understand where you're coming from and probably understand your situation better and help you out. So that would be something which would be great.
Absolutely. And when it comes to hand-holding support, any kind of requirement is there, ICBI in itself is a complete support mechanism.
100%.
So be it the team of ICBI, the consultants of ICBI, the management of ICBI, everybody all put together will help you, guide you, handhold you, support you in whichever way possible. So mentoring is definitely there. Mentoring is available. And of course, myself and Mr. Agarwal are always there to be a mentor for everybody for life. So nothing better than that. So great. It was a lovely interaction, wonderful interaction. And I think there was a huge takeaway for all those people who are contemplating or who are confused about, this transition from being an airline professional to becoming an image consultant and a soft skills trainer. And I'm sure there would have been a lot of insights that we shared, and you would have got a lot of clarity. But still, if you need any kind of support, like Mehernosh has already said, you can reach out to Mehernosh, Aditi, Jyothi, or you can reach out to ICBI. We'll be more than happy to assist you, guide you, handhold you, and give you the right direction. Always keep this in mind in life, that whatever you do, whether it is image consulting, soft skills, always make an informed decision. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mehernosh. Thank you, Aditi. Thank you, Jyothi.
Thank you so much
for being a part of this live interaction. It was wonderful and very enriching to have this conversation with you.
It was definitely our pleasure to join you here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you all the people who were a part of this live, and I look
Thank you.
forward to seeing you again next Sunday. Until then, from all of us, bye-bye. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Thank you. Thank you, Jyothi.